Duluth played extremely well, and going into it, we were certainly aware of how good their top line is. Having seen them once already, and they certainly were a big part of the Friday game. I thought we had a really good start in terms of our play on Friday night, the first 20 minutes. Again, the first game in since December 18th. And I liked the way we played it. It was good pace. I thought we were doing what we needed to do, and created some really good chances. Second period, the frustrating thing was they scored 3 goals where we were literally standing right next to the player and patting them on the back, congratulating them after they scored. I mean, that's how close we were to them. And that's the frustrating thing. And we pointed that out. Had a few breakdowns in the third. I thought that they certainly capitalized on. But then we came out on Saturday, Christian. I thought we played probably our best game, particularly the second period, probably our best period of the year, just in terms of how we played, and just really liked a lot of the things about our game. Unfortunately, we couldn't put the puck in the net, and that was the frustrating thing, is to play that well and to come up empty. And certainly credit Soderberg; she was outstanding. But that's, again, you're going to have games like that, and we just talked about, we need to be consistent. We need to have that. That has to be our expectations of how we play on Saturday. And it was our 21st, 22nd game. So again, that's kind of the frustrating thing to have to talk about that again. But certainly Duluth had a lot to do with it. But I think we, again, it's a mindset just in terms of how we need to play, and we went out and executed that on Saturday. And we're just really proud of the group. Just disappointed that we came away with nothing, and now obviously you want to get points every weekend. We've talked about that a lot. We were unable to do that, so it's again we've got 10 games to go, and it's gonna be big trying to get points every weekend. Certainly no question that they're a team. Once they get going, they feed off it. They build off their own momentum, and that's a credit to them. But one advantage of playing in Duluth is they utilize the TV timeouts. I think they're the only team in our league that does that now. So, we had opportunities in that period where we had the TV timeout, try to regroup. And again, we would reiterate how important every shift is, particularly after you get scored on, how important that next shift is to get out there and try to change the momentum. And it's not like we didn't have any chances in that second period, but we were unable to capitalize, and they were able to capitalize. I think Rogie had 2 point-blank goals. Klein scored right on the doorstep, and again, that all of the goals they scored were all within 5 feet of our net, and that was one of the frustrating things. We talked about that. Again, they're the type of team, if you make a mistake, they're going to make you pay, and they certainly did Friday night. She was ready, I guess is the best way to put it, Christian. She had certainly leading up to the Christmas break, she was showing signs, but I don't think she was mentally quite there yet. Obviously, that's a fairly significant injury to come back from, and in her position in particular, how she plays. It was really, really important for all of us that she be comfortable, be confident. And she came back from the break and looked like herself. And was playing extremely sharp, playing a lot of confidence, and she was ready. She was ready. She was ready to go Friday. I mean, and she's had a tremendous amount of success versus Duluth, not only here in Bemidji but also over there. Her experience, her leadership, obviously, I think played a big part in how we played on Saturday, and it was just nice to see her back in there. She gave us a chance. I mean, she was outstanding. And, first of all, Chad, it doesn't matter who you play. They're big games. First of all, like St. Cloud, they're looking at an opportunity to leapfrog us. I mean, that's how close we are. So, but it's playoff hockey now. We talked about that. It's, we've got to come out and bring our best game every night. Again, this is where our leadership is really going to be important. So the entire team knows how important these games are, and it's not, you don't want to put all this pressure on it. You have to win these hockey games, and but you want to go out, you want to be playing well. And like I said, we as a team, we want to be playing our best hockey at the end of the year, and we want to continue to build that way. And that's what we talked about after Saturday's game. This has to be our expectations, and we need to play like this all the time. This weekend important? Yeah, absolutely. Mankato winning put them 7 points ahead of us, and so I mean we need to try to close that gap in order to try to catch them. But at the same time, we want to stay ahead of the teams that are chasing us. So, but that's just the way the league is. Every weekend is big. Every team you play, you certainly can't look at a team in our league and think, well, they're not as tough as team A or B, because that'll bite you. You got to be ready to play in this league, and every game is important. St. Cloud's got a really, really good team. They've got some outstanding forwards. They've got at least one Olympian, the Czechoslovakian Olympian, and I'd be shocked if Newland is not named to her country's Olympic team. Their top two lines are really, really dangerous. They've got great goaltending. So again, it's going to be a challenge, and we've got to bring our A game in order to have a chance, and that's what we have to do on Friday.
Obviously, it felt awesome being back. It kind of felt like I was out for a lifetime, but it was 3 months, and your last year of hockey, that can seem like a lot of time you've lost. So yeah, my focus for the second half was to just kind of find that rhythm again that I had before I was out, and really focus on the next couple of weekends and games and leading into playoffs. But yeah, I owe it a lot to Heidi, our athletic trainer. She really got me back into shape and got my knee nice and healthy again, and got me back into playing shape. And we got to know each other pretty well over the past 3 months, I think it was, and I credit a lot of my recovery to her. I think second half, it's always just feels like we have this many weekends left of playoffs. It's not just we have this game, it's how many weeks we got left. So obviously with who we have this weekend and next weekend, it kind of maybe seem like we have better opportunity than others, but I think our mindset is that every game is important, and every game there's points on the line regardless who you're playing. So I think especially this weekend coming up, you want to focus it 1 weekend at a time. And looking into this weekend, I just think there's 6 points on the table. That puts us that much closer to hitting Mankato, and obviously our goal is to pass Mankato and just get higher in the standings and put us a better spot for playoffs. So every weekend is super important, and obviously now more than ever, playoffs are on the line, and we want to put ourselves in the best spot possible in order to make it to final face-off. Ever since I finally got my all clear that starting that day, I was back in it. I was feeling really good, and every day I was skating. From my first day back, I was focusing on getting myself back into shape, feeling better, getting through the rhythm of things, and so I think just maybe having those 2 weeks I think I had before winter break, and then the 2 weeks after we got back. I think it all just helped. Obviously, the more time, the better. But I obviously wouldn't put myself in a place where I'd be able to play if I wasn't 100% feeling ready to go and confident I could play. And ever since I got cleared, I was ready to go. So I just think coming into second semester now, I just feel even better.